Hello?
Oh my gosh. Levels. Okay. Um, uh, check, check. Okay, that's better. If you can, if you can hear this, um, my name's Marty. I'm broadcasting out of the Ralco radio station. I don't know if anyone is out there, but if you are, we uh, we might be the last ones left. Look, I've got everything wired up at this point. I'm sending out on all Ralco signals. At least I think I am. So all 15 stations, whether you're a CCOM listener or CJME, CJNB, all the FM stations too. Um, Look, I hope someone out there can hear this. I don't know what else to do. I I work here, or I did, and I'd come in late and was working on some of the back end stuff, some of the server room stuff, and while everybody was gone, and by the time I came out early in the morning, things were just I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, you've probably seen it too. It's just they finally stopped beating on my doors, the doors. I don't even know where to begin. If you're a regular listener, when I came out, the only person that was here at the time was John Gormley, and John had explained that the people had just started turning into these monsters, these creatures, and I have no problem saying right now that I'm calling them zombies. I mean, just what they're doing, the fact that they're just tackling people and trying to eat them. I mean, I don't know what else to call that. Anyway, it was John and I at first, and we managed to seal the building off. I mean, if you've been here, it's got the big glass lobby and so forth, but it's an EBS building. We're an emergency broadcast station, so we've got some pretty thick metal doors. In fact, if you ever went from the lobby into the elevators, you probably passed through that archway with those big metal doors on it. So we got that sealed off, and but there were a couple that were in here with us, and I'd like to say that I acted fast or did what needed to be done, but that was John. So after that happened, we just kind of hunkered down. They just kept beating on the doors, and they knew we were in here, and but at one point they quieted down. That's when we heard the screaming. We went to the west side windows and saw the woman that was out there. She'd been I don't know. She'd been bitten. She was in incredible pain and was wailing, and I could see that look on John's face the moment that he heard it. The moment we saw her out there, her leg was really torn up, really in bad shape, and she probably wasn't long for the world. John kept saying that that he had to do something, that if we just left her there, she'd die. And I guess I just froze. I didn't know what to say. What do you say? He decided that he was going to do something, and he went out. We went out the back, and I sealed the door behind him, and he told me to stay there, that he would bring her right back, and and there's a window kind of near there, and I crawled up on top of the desk to look out the window, and I saw the. I don't know, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of zombie movies out there, but nothing like this. This was just, I don't know. This was a trap. They drew him out there, and they pounced on him and tore him up. So it's just me now. I mean, like you, there's only one question, going through my mind at this point. I mean, aside from the obvious, what the hell happened? But what do we do now? I thought, so we've got the radio here, and I don't know. I took a look at the power. We've got generators here because it's an emergency station. So I kind of rerouted some things, and I don't know. Hopefully I've got this thing working. I mean, it looks. I mean, I got levels here. It looks like it's working. But I figured the least I could do is kind of maybe tell you what I know. It sure looks like that the zombies out there are I don't know, that they're still alive, still prevalent. I mean, God, there's just tons of them. I mean, if I had to guess, just looking at the sheer numbers in this end of town, I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone out there who hasn't been turned. It looks like they do the zombie thing. It's not so much brains or whatever. They just try to eat you up, and if they get a hold of you, something happens. I mean, clearly, looking at this woman, I mean, she was in a kind of pain that was just not the result of a leg that had been injured, even torn up like it was. I mean, shock. Doesn't that shut down like parts of your brain or some such, makes you cope with things, or is it that maybe it elevates everything and increases all your senses and I don't know. She was in pain, a lot of it, and I don't know how long it had been going on, but there are, I'm telling you, there are two types of zombies out there. I mean, you've got your, I think at first, I mean, judging by what John and I were seeing outside, there's and I'm just going to call them red zombies because I mean, their wounds are fresh, or they got like fresh blood on their face or some such, and they are stupid fast and stupid strong, like I don't know, maybe that something affects them physically when they turn like that, where they just get all pumped up and amped up on stuff, like some sort of drug. I mean, I've heard stories about witnesses or defendants in trials, hidden behind desks 50 feet away from a judge, and him come raining down his judgment, and them just literally just leaping across that and tearing at the the judge's throat or something as punishment or some such. But they are fast, and by fast I mean like constant Olympic sprinting kind of fast and strong. I mean, John and I sat here and we watched two of them turn over a pickup truck and drag a guy and I probably his kid out of there. They can use their hands. I mean, they were trying to open the work the doorknobs and open the doors. I mean, they're not just like the zombies who just beat senselessly on a wall. I mean, they were trying to actively unlock or open doors. And I'm telling you, what happened to John, that girl was out there as like some sort of signal so that to draw him out. And the moment he knelt down to try to take a look at her, to try to comfort her, whatever, there were two of them, and they were on top of him in a heartbeat. But I think something's happening. I think they're slowing down. I mean, the last maybe day or so, they changed. They slow down. I guess I'll call them like gray zombies, with the real sort of like dead looking skin, and all the wounds have kind of, I don't know, filled up with dirt and stopped oozing and that sort of thing. And at that point they slow down. They're more like your Night of the Living Dead kind of zombies. They're dumb and they're clumsy, and they don't know how to do anything other than just shamble along and hope that they catch up to you and grab you. So whatever happened, maybe when their brains are all amped up at first, when they're these red zombies, that maybe over time they just sort of come down from it, or their brains kind of, I don't know, maybe they dry out or something, and then they become these kind of mindless drone kind of things. I don't know. And if this happened, like whatever it's been, God, what's it been now? Like 5, 6, 7 days, 8 maybe. That is, I know there was all that sickness going on. When everybody got sick. I didn't even think about that till now. John kept mentioning something about, we should have saw it coming, or some such. Maybe that's what he meant, is that when all these people got sick, and they were all in that horrible agony, maybe that's it. Maybe something gets into your system and causes all that pain, and then you change. I don't know. Look, I'm going to try to do what I can to get this information out to whoever might be out there listening. I can tell you this much. I've been trying to get some other stations on the line. I've been broadcasting on the some emergency channels. We've got a couple different things here. I got a police scanner that's on at this point. It's not really like a two-way communication. We just sort of overhear stuff. So if you've got, if you're a policeman, or you've got access to a police radio, like in an abandoned cruiser, or maybe there's an officer down somewhere, pick that up and talk, because I'll be able to pick it up. I'll be able to hear it. Just tell me whatever you can, where you are, and then if you're hearing this broadcast, stay tuned to this. I'll try. Maybe what I'll try to do is like every day at noon. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and fire up the radio here, and like I'm doing now, just broadcast on all these channels. I'm not sure if I can like broadcast across all the radio. Let me look in this. I'll every day at noon. I'll broadcast what I've heard, if I've heard from any of you. If anyone hears this, like I said, we've got a police scanner. I've also got a CB radio. I've set that to the emergency channel 19. So go ahead and try it. That way I could actually talk back to you. And then we've got a ham radio set up here. I'm on the 8-meter band. It's frequency 3.675 megahertz. That's the 80-meter band. Frequency of 3.675 megahertz, CB19, and then a police scanner. I've got power here. They've got generators built in. They've got underground diesel tanks that fuel that. I have no idea how long that's going to last. I'll try to maybe isolate some power here. I think I'll go down to the breaker and just maybe power up this room and like the break room or something like that, just to try to ration that as long as I can. I've got some water here I've got all kinds of vending machines that are full up. Plus I've got a ton of supplies of like the the big 5-gallon jug water cooler stuff. I've got some food. Again, it's not the greatest. It's snack food stuff. I mean, all the cup of noodles, popcorn, granola bars, chips, candy, that sort of thing. But it's something. And then we've got we've got first aid kits that are bracketed on the walls here all over the dang place. So if you hear this message, look, if you're out there having survived this, I'm at 715 Saskatchewan Crescent West. It's like kind of right between Gabriel Dermott Park and Kilburn Park. You'll see it right off of the Idlewild Drive freeway, and it's a pretty big building. Big radio towers nearby. I imagine you could probably see that probably from across the river. Look, I'm gonna try. To just tell you what I can. If you hear this, please, try to get a hold of me. You can grab a radio, CB, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth trying to make your way across all of that to get here. But I mean, I'm happy to help however I can. Travel quiet, if at all. Communicate. Tell me what you're seeing, and let me know. Let me know if you're out there. I guess that's it. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. So stay alive, Saskatchewan. Stay alive.